So taking that into account, are sellers flexible, or do they kind of dig their heels in and really feel passionate about, or is there a way that you are able to let them see the light and that, like how do you meet in the middle with that? The perception of what it's worth and what it's really worth.
So the answer is yes, yes, and yes. Are they receptive? Sometimes. Do they dip their heels in? Sometimes. Some just. I have people all the time saying, "I want 5 million," and I tell them they're worth three, and they say, "Well, I'm going to find somebody that's going to sell me for five." Just because you're listed for five doesn't mean you're going to sell for five. And again, the challenge is in selling a business, both sides really have to like each other. It has to be a good fit because there is a transition period. It could be a couple months, could be a couple of years where you're working together or in connection to each other. And if one side feels slighted to the other, they're just not going to be as helpful. There's going to be animosity or friction from the get-go, and that again doesn't lead to good outcomes for either the seller or the buyer, depending on the terms. And that's something sellers need to get an understanding of it, and working with me will help them understand the market and how a deal might go down from a structure standpoint. It's not all just here's a bunch of money up front, go away, and we're done. There's usually structure to it depending on, and again, these are the tools buyers have to mitigate risk. If there's potential risk, they usually will structure a deal in payments over time. And I don't mean seller financing where they're paying you over 20 years, like buying a home on land contract. I'm just talking about there might be milestones, or hey, making sure certain clients stayed and then we'll pay you the rest. Or there might be bonuses based upon certain things. So and sellers don't want that. They want all their money up front. I just want to make sure it's done and in the bank. And the negotiation and understanding why sometimes it's needed to do that to get a deal done. That's our job. And then you asked about what services. So we help identify where they're at, and they can decide where they need to be. And then I have a vast number of resources, growth consultants and efficiencies and cost reduction companies. I don't do all of that. My job truly is setting the right expectations and creating a marketing strategy to create the right buying pool, find the right fit, help them negotiate, and get that deal done. But preparing all up to that, we have a number of people that do various types of consulting, depending on what the business needs, including people that have a designation called CEPA, and stands for Certified Exit Planning.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so, again, that's somebody that is working with them 5 years plus to start making it and setting the path. And whether the exit's going to be to sell to employees or to sell to or pass on to a family member, we have plenty of consultants that do that, that help them build that track record. Because again, I just can't be the jack of all trades. My specialty is helping them actually get the deal done and across the finish line in a timely manner. And timely, it is a process. It's 6 months to a year to sell a business that's ready to be sold. Most people think, gosh, I have a buyer, I should be done in 30 days. It just doesn't happen that fast.